Episode 9. She bared her teeth at the Omega, releasing a low growl that made the girl jump back. No matter what, she was still the Alpha's mate and Luna of Crimson, so even if Shane treated her like shit, she still had power over them. At the sound of her growl, they all stepped back and stared wide-eyed at her. Nicole's wolf fed into the fear oozing out from their bodies. It strengthened, and soon it snapped control out of Nicole's grasp. Nicole snarled, clutching her injured arm. Her wolf stared at each Omega from its red and black eyes. This was the first time it had been in control in a long time. Shane had always made sure to compel it to stand down. It wanted blood. It wanted to tear out the skins of the stupid Omegas. It wanted to escape and run free into the forests. Knowing what would happen and the repercussions it would bring, Nicole fought to gather control again. "Get out," she growled, banging her hands on the dresser as she shook her head to push her wolf back in and take control. The girls hobbled out of the dressing room, shivering like drenched dogs. As soon as the door closed, Nicole leaned back into the chair and exhaled. Her heart began banging in her chest. If she didn't follow suit immediately, they would report her to Shane, and she would receive a worse punishment. With an effort, she pushed herself up, almost losing her balance. As soon as she tried to move her feet, pain shot up her leg. "Fuck," she hissed, closing her eyes and leaning onto the dresser as the searing pain throbbed in her left leg. She pried open one of her eyes to inspect the leg. "Fuck," she hissed again, knowing that she needed to move quickly. Biting her lips, she took another step and let out a piercing scream. She sucked in more air as the pain moved onto her chest and squeezed it. After a few minutes, she regularized her breathing and managed to take another step toward the door. Every step she took hurt more than the one before, but she pushed forward, limping until she held onto the doorknob. Taking a deep breath, she twisted the door and allowed her face to slip into that of a calm, perfect, reserved, and fulfilled Luna. Although her mind was about to explode, she navigated through the corridors until she got to the main hall and located Shane's table. On seeing him, fury lashed in her chest. There he was, smiling and impressing the members of the Dark Moon Pack after beating her up. The worst part about her situation was having to smile and pretend to be Luna of Crimson when she was worse than a slave. "So tell me, Shane, how do you keep your enemies at bay? Do you sign treaties with everyone?" A familiar voice asked. Nicole stopped in her tracks and held her breath. Her senses began blaring horns as Alpha Liam suddenly materialized beside Shane, with mischievousness gleaming in his eyes. Nicole saw Shane grimace at his question. It was a trick question as well as an insult. Shane's eyes quickly swept across the room in search of a quick escape. "Coward," Nicole mused. There she is," Shane cooed, standing up, drawing her into his arms and fiercely kissing her. His rough arms pierced into the wounds he had created earlier, causing her to whimper, but that wasn't the only thing Nicole noted.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.